Golden Opportunities is paid for by Elder Productions.
Hello, I'm Lori Steiner. Welcome to Golden Opportunities.
Today, ready to make new brain paths? We'll connect you bit by bit to an educational program that keeps you in sync with your family. Then, opening up new opportunities with a fresh smile. We'll celebrate an amazing anniversary, 50 years of community healthcare. Plus, we'll cut to the chase and share a first-class home visit that will leave you looking and feeling great. Then, it is back to the classroom to plan ahead for seniors, high school seniors.
It's time to get geoing, so pull up a chair and join us at our kitchen table for Golden Opportunities. Do you sometimes feel disconnected from family jokes? Don't understand the technology terms your kids are using? Tak and Mele Sato of the Center for Aging in the Digital World are on a mission to help you become digitally literate. Whoa, that's a hard thing to say. So welcome to the show. I'm so glad to hear this about seniors and computers, because as an elder law attorney, I run into a lot of seniors who say, I never had a computer in my life. Why do I need one now? So what do you say to that?
Well, 5 years ago, that why now may have worked, but now it has changed and it is not enough. Internet has changed everything, and technology is in every nook and cranny of our lives. In 2016, Pew Research came out with the figure that 36% of seniors over age 65 do not use the internet, while the government and the businesses all move their service window to the internet. So like basic literacy, digital literacy has become a new life skill.
All right, and so you teach classes that are geared towards seniors, right?
Yes.
I got a picture here of one of your classes, or maybe the first class.
Yes. This is the inaugural year. 36 graduates ages 62 to 91 graduated from our Discover Digital Literacy program, free to the seniors for 16 weeks.
Free?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, and we bring our program to different senior centers, and North Olmsted Senior Center was where we launched our pilot program with the help of Jackie and Tiffany there.
So it's a personalized class, maybe 12 or so, is that correct?
Yes, it is a very limited seat available, so it's a very high demand. But we make it so that we ask for commitment, but there are no fees, meaning free.
All right. I do have to think that computers and the new smartphones really would intimidate people, right?
That's true.
That's true. It can be intimidating for many seniors, and that's why we formed our nonprofit as a response to a calling to empower seniors with digital literacy. Like our parents are aging in place in Philippines and Japan, and so it is a challenge to be connected with them. So, but with the technology, is now an option for us to be connected with them. Case in point, last night, my son had a baseball game, and my parents and I did FaceTime, and so they were able to witness and see their grandson hit an RBI double from miles away. And that was so precious. Now, the other thing that we wanted to mention is that our vision is also one to connect the seniors to their communities. And Tak proposed in 2015 a collaborative website for 8 senior centers. Yeah, this project was funded by Community West Foundation, and the project completed, last year. So
that's great. So did the students, if they're going to come into a class, need to have their own computer?
No, we provide the tablets in class. Tak's curriculum is very intuitive, and tablets are more intuitive.
Okay, and how else do you use your technology to keep in touch with your family?
Well, for example, when my father was diagnosed with terminal cancer, it was his iPad and the video chat apps that we were able to keep in touch with him and be a part of his life as it progressed.
All right. This sounds like a fantastic program for seniors. Thanks so much for bringing it to our show.
Thank you very much for inviting us.
Thank you for having us.
As we just learned, the opportunities for you to advance in the digital world are endless. So take a bite out of your techno fear and grab the mouse by its tail. Call the Center for Aging in the Digital World to sign up for a free class. Their information is next. Thanks again to Tak and Melee for helping us.
Learn more by calling the Center for Aging in the Digital World at 440-787-2020 or visit www.empowerseniors.org. Next, beginning again. But first, during World War II, Winston Churchill wore a specially designed onesie. This one-piece garment suit was loosely fit and could easily be put on or off at a moment's notice. What did the British Bulldog call his suit? We'll zip up the answer when we return.
I'm Dr. Stephanie Christian of Timeless Laser and Skincare. We help men and women achieve healthy, radiant skin at any age. Because when you feel good about how you look, it changes everything.
The all-new TrueSculpt 3D is a revolutionary non-invasive body sculpting technology that diminishes fat. We can now offer our patients impressive results and comfort throughout the procedure. Get the look you want with TrueSculpt 3D.
Visit us in Westlake or at timelesslaserskin.com.
Winston Churchill was very proud of his tailor-made siren suits, which he could slip over his clothes in case of an air raid. He developed such a fondness for the outfits that he often opted to sport one for formal occasions.
School is out for the summer. The students aren't the only ones celebrating time off during the coming months. Teachers know that the hot weather brings new opportunities for them to improve themselves, both physically and mentally. And now is a great time for all of us to start working on that perfect smile. Dentist Steve Marsh is here to tell us how our teeth can earn an A+, right?
Thanks for that wonderful introduction, Lori.
We all want to get the trophy for the best smile, so what do we do?
Well, so it's a wonderful time in the summer, as you mentioned. We can take time for ourselves if you're a teacher or if you're a student for more complicated procedures. And sometimes, as you know, teachers are busy during the day. When can they do things as you suggested? So it's a perfect time to put aside time to take care of your teeth. We want them to last the rest of our lives. That's certainly an option today. So I thought we'd show some pictures of people who are in that field and go for it.
And getting new and improved smiles.
New and improved smiles. So, and this is an interesting one because this teacher was actually approaching retirement. And, you know, the teachers have dental insurance, and sometimes it goes away after they're done teaching. So in this case, she's been unhappy with her smile for years. She said, what can we do? We looked at some options, Lori. So she wanted them whiter, she wanted them brighter, she wanted a more even smile. We actually did some gum contouring. The picture on the left shows her with the gums that have moved down a little bit. Her teeth were in. We can do that now with a laser. It doesn't require very much time. It can be done within 15 minutes to raise the tissue. And then in this case, we did porcelain veneers across those top 10 teeth. She more than used her insurance, but was thrilled that went back to school for one last year, but was able to use the time. It took 3 or 4 appointments at least to get that accomplished. So summer was the right time. So this is a teacher who came to me, and elementary school teacher. She was very embarrassed to smile. The teeth had moved because of what we call periodontal disease. When you hear that term, it really means the bone has shrunk back, the teeth become mobile, the tissue isn't in great shape. In this case, we were able to do, this is actually a partial that does go in and out, replacing those front teeth, because she lost about 8 teeth. A partial today, it used to be metal, you'd see those hooks. Today we can do them beautifully. There's no evidence of that, and she said she couldn't wait to go back and teach school to the kids because now she could be the person she wanted to be.
Yeah.
Another interesting story of a teacher. Over the years, she had worn her teeth down. She was actually a very vigorous brusher, and that happens sometimes. She was in her 50s and wore those teeth down and wanted, again, to have a beautiful smile. This was a very simple case of just doing 8 porcelain veneers. We were able to give her a beautiful smile, made things more even, and her husband, who sits across the table from her, said that was the best thing she's done for herself almost ever, and he loves looking across the table at her. Talking about teachers, so this woman is actually in medicine, and what prompted her to do it in the summer was she had a fall wedding for her daughter, and she had lost a couple teeth when she was younger. She had porcelain bridges with metal, and we were able to give her a big, beautiful smile. There's no metal in those bridges. They're called zirconium. There's some pink porcelain to give her an absolutely stunning smile. She said she loved it. She was almost the star of the show, and sent us some pictures that were taken during the wedding. And lastly, a teacher who had retired. Over the years, she did not have the time, finances, and that sort of thing, and her teeth were really worn down. She was very ashamed of it. Her sister brought her in, who was very supportive of her. The upper teeth were in such a state that we weren't able to save them. That actually is an upper denture. She's very comfortable in it. Some people are, some aren't. Sometimes we do it with implants. That's just a plain upper denture. The lower teeth, we did crowns and veneers to give her own teeth. Lower dentures, Lori, don't work as well as uppers because of the suction that we have with the upper, not with the lower. So this combination gave her, a retired teacher, the smile that she had always wanted, and again, took the time to improve herself and felt much better about how she presented to the world.
Yeah, those are amazing transformations.
Thanks, Lori.
And it's not just teachers that can move to the head of the class with an award-winning smile. If you would like to have a grin that helps you stand out, give Steve a call. His number's next.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com. Next, a Cleveland First. Looking for places to go, things to do? Welcome to our community calendar. A classic car show, local music, and fireworks, all for free at the Kent Heritage Festival. Pop on over to downtown Kent on June 30th to kick off the July 4th festivities. The streets will be filled with great food, art, and entertainment. For more sparkling details, call 330-673-9855 or visit www.kentbiz.com.
Happy birthday, Neon, Northeast Ohio Neighborhood Health Services. They've been serving our community for 50 years by providing quality, personalized, and professional health care at a reasonable cost. Neon's Chief Operating Officer, Karen Butler, joins us now to get us moving in the right direction. So welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me.
And congratulations, 50 years in the health industry is just fantastic.
You know, we're really excited and proud of our 50 years of service to the community. That makes us one of the oldest federally qualified health center networks in the country.
That's great. So tell us a little bit more about the business. How does that work?
So we have healthcare centers that provide a wide array of services to the community, and we provide those services without regard to your ability to pay. So we want to remove barriers associated with cost because we believe that everybody has a right to good and high quality healthcare services.
Yeah, sometimes cost can be a big impediment for people.
Absolutely. So we want to remove that. And we just offer a wide array of services that includes everything from adult medicine to pediatrics to dentistry. We just talked about that. We also have nutrition and behavioral health services, transportation, pharmacy, just to name a few, and we also provide chronic disease management services.
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a good thing to have for folks. So it's kind of a one-stop shop, it sounds like.
It is a one-stop shop, and we're excited about that.
And I'm sure that one of the things that comes up very frequently is diabetes in the community as people age. So prevention is really a key component to that, right?
That's an excellent point. And diabetes prevention is something that's very important to NEON. And we've instituted a very dynamic diabetes empowerment management program. We're grateful to our funders at the Mount Sinai Foundation because this program allows people to learn more about diabetes, how to self-manage, and of course, how to live a healthier lifestyle.
So aren't there different types of diabetes?
There really are. There's type 1 diabetes that we often see in adults, in young people actually. Then there's type 2 diabetes, which generally is prevalent among adults. And then there's gestational diabetes, which often occurs during pregnancy.
I had that.
Oh, so you know about that, yeah.
So, and I know that puts me at a little bit higher risk for the future.
It really does. So I think what's key is maintaining regular medical appointments to know your status. And if there is an issue, we can address it early on.
So how prevalent really is diabetes? Who's at risk?
Well, there's about 30 million people in this country who are living with diabetes, and 1 in 4 of those individuals don't even know they have it.
Ooh, that's risky.
So yeah, there are a number of risk factors associated with it. Sometimes it's family history, obesity is an issue, poor diet, physical inactivity, and also communities of color are often disproportionately impacted by diabetes.
Wow. So you said that there are certain symptoms. What kind of symptoms should we be looking out for if we don't even realize we might have it?
Very good. So some symptoms include excessive thirst, frequent urination. Blurry vision is something that you need to be mindful of as well. Sometimes you may get tingling in your hands or feet. Don't ignore those symptoms. Get to a healthcare provider right away. Have your blood glucose tested, and that way you'll know where you are.
All right, yeah, because the outcome of diabetes, especially untreated, is not good.
It can be very serious and can have some really adverse impacts. So our goal is prevention and to keep everybody healthy.
All right. It sounds like this is a great organization for folks to check out and look into all of these kinds of issues.
Neon is wonderful, and we invite our visitors to check us out. You can call us at 216-231-7700.
All right. Thanks for being on the show.
My pleasure.
Congratulations again to Neon for being a pillar of our community and a healthcare provider in Cleveland for the past 50 years. To feel good, give Karen a call. Her number is up again next.
Find out more by calling Neon at 216-231-7700 or click to www.neonhealth.org. Next, spa treatment at home. It's time to get up and go. An exercise segment on Golden Opportunities.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Carbon from Breakout Fitness, and today we're going to show you how to work the biceps and the back muscles by doing a seated row exercise utilizing our exercise band, okay? Ready to go?
Let's do
it.
this.
So we're going to start seated in a chair. We want our heels out in front of us with our toes pointed towards the ceiling. We're going to place the band around the arch of the foot. Once we're there, we can go ahead crisscross the handles just to make sure the band stays in place. Make sure you maintain a good posture. Pull your fists into your chest and squeeze your shoulder blades. Okay, exhale with exertion and inhale as your body rests. So squeeze the shoulder blades, fists out in front of you, 12 to 15. How you feeling?
Oh, it feels great.
Not too bad. All right, everybody, 2 to 3 sets. And now it's your turn to get up and go.
For your copy of the exercise booklet, send $1 for postage to Golden Opportunities, 6105 Parkland Boulevard, Suite 140, Mayfield Heights, Ohio, 44124.
After a trip to the hair salon, we all feel revived. The professionals always have that special touch to make us feel like $1,000,000. But what if you're homebound and you don't have transportation to your favorite beauty parlor? Linda Sage, owner of Professional Traveling Hair Care Services, is here to explain how she brings the white glove service right to your home. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let's cut right to it. Your clients must feel really renewed after you get to pamper them.
That's 100% the goal. We try to go in and offer services that they've had their entire lives to their homes, full beauty and barber, whether it was a short period of time that they're homebound or a long period of time. I noticed quite a while back when I was doing hair early on that there was a service necessary in this end of the field.
Yeah, it's a missing service, yeah, so I'm glad there's something out there to help fill that. And you bring all the equipment that you need right to the client?
Absolutely, bring everything except for towels.
Okay.
Okay, but we have every bit of equipment necessary to accomplish all services, including by turning the kitchen sink right into a salon sink, to the point where we don't have to move anyone. We can just back their wheelchair up, and they just have to maybe just tip their head back a little if they can, unless they're more mobile and prefer a different option.
And you bring the products and everything, like
Absolutely.
the shampoos and all the styling gels and things?
Yes, we use 100% top-of-the-line products, and we only use natural of a product as we can to expect the best professional result, taking into account for certain medications and things like that.
Sure, yeah. So odor could bother people, or certain chemicals could bother people?
Right, right. And the perms are odorless that we use.
Oh gosh, I wish I had that when I was getting perms.
Yes, absolutely.
So how about going into nursing homes or hospitals?
I am an advanced cosmetologist with I'm a licensed contractor,
okay,
independent. So I'm able to go anywhere. wherever there is a need, whether it be a nursing facility that may need me long-term or just for a visit. So whoever calls, we can come.
Okay, and you go to the hospital as well?
Absolutely.
So how does that work out?
Well, it could be for a day, or it could be for a person at a certain room or on a certain hall, and sometimes we can convert the shower room, or they have a salon sometimes, but when the phone rings, we just go.
All right, so do you have any experiences that especially stand out?
Well, we along with having the end of the field where we're able to go in and make people feel pampered and comfortable and happy, there's also the end of the field where we are able to do more hygienic things. If someone has, for instance, been sick long term and they haven't been able to get their hair washed for several days or even weeks sometimes, certain bacteria can build up on the scalp, or itchy dandruff, or even skin lesions can happen. And we're able to go in with the equipment that we've accomplished and have, and with the processes that we've developed to actually do the hair right in bed with real water and real soap. And we're able to get that the scalp back into a more healthy, manageable position.
Got to feel good for those patients.
Yes.
Now, I heard you were instrumental in making a change to the Ohio State Board rules.
Yes. I noticed when I went to renew my license the last time that the ruling had changed and they no longer allowed chemical services into the homes. And that's pretty much what we do.
Yeah.
So I was able to write a letter to State Board and ask for a hearing on that, and was granted that November of 2015. And I presented the case before the board, and to my surprise, they extended me 180 days while they decided to make a decision. And I think their main problem with that was maybe sanitation and sterilization methods. So when I was able to show them what I had been doing in that and developed in that way, I actually was the only one in the state of Ohio for 180 days to continue the services. And then I got an email saying that they had changed the law. So now anyone can, any professional can go in.
All right. Congratulations to you on that.
Thank you.
As our life journey twists and turns, it's important to feel our best. My thanks to Linda for joining us today. If you or someone you know could use a personalized in-home beauty experience, use the information that's coming up next to schedule an appointment.
Find out more by calling Professional Traveling Hair Care Services at 330-607-3779 or log on to www.travelinghaircare.com. Next, early jump on estate planning.
For nearly 100 years, Cleveland Hearing and Speech Center has been the premier provider of speech language, hearing loss, and deaf community services. Infants, children, and adults with special communication needs can receive hearing screenings and exams. Hearing aid brands such as Phonak, speech and language therapy, stroke recovery therapy, sign language interpreting, deaf advocacy, and support. To learn more, call Cleveland Hearing and Speech Center at 216-231-8787 or visit chsc.org.
August will be here before you know it. Is your child or your grandchild heading off to college? If so, there's probably a to-do list that goes on forever. Before you consider your to-do list done, there's one more thing to think about. Here to talk about that one last bit of planning before your child or grandchild heads off to school is my law partner, Mike Solomon.
Hi, Lori.
So you and I are kind of pros at this. We've had our children go off to college, but what advice do you have for our viewers?
Well, you know, when they go off to college, the colleges really enforce this rule. They're separate. They're adults at that point. They've turned 18. They won't communicate with you about anything. The only thing you'll get from the college is the bill. So you need to worry about it.
But a lot of parents are still supporting children financially and emotionally, even after they're 18. But you don't automatically get the right to talk to banks or people about their finances or their health issues. So what can you do?
Well, there are three important documents you should consider for your kids. And number one is a financial power of attorney. Number two is a healthcare power of attorney with a HIPAA part to it. That's a privacy document. And then a last will and testament. Those are three basic documents you should consider it for your kids.
Okay, a lot of parents are used to opening up the mail and paying the kids' bills and everything, but can you even speak to the banker or talk about depositing money into a child's account?
Well, you know, once again, they're 18, they're an adult, therefore the privacy laws kick in. You can't get any information from the bank regarding their accounts. You can't talk to the banker about any of that sort of stuff. So again, you ought to think about that financial power of attorney I talked about. Gives you a right to deal with the bank or pay bills, handle their monies at any place they might have money, and handle all their financial affairs. And if it's a husband and wife, you both should be on that power of attorney so that you both can do that sort of stuff without any hiccups.
So I'm assuming the healthcare power is for healthcare decisions, right?
Right, so that's right. So part of it is a HIPAA document. So in the past, you've probably been involved with your children's medical decisions, certainly when they were minors. And even after they turned 18, you probably were still involved with the doctor. But now you need a legal document once they're 18 so you can find out their medical records. Otherwise, you're not allowed to look at that, again, for the privacy rules.
So that's the HIPAA part of it.
Right.
And then what if they're in a terrible car accident?
And so if they're in a bad accident, you need a document, the healthcare power of attorney, that names you the person who can make medical decisions for them, what sort of procedures that are needed. It's important to have that document. If you don't, then the only way you can make any of these decisions is you have to get a guardianship. And you have to go to court, be appointed the guardian, and then you can make all the decisions. That's cumbersome, time-consuming, and expensive.
Now, I understand those things, but, how about a will? Why would you mention a will?
Well, that's less important out of all of them, because probably at that point, unless they're Mark Zuckerberg, they're not going to have that big of an estate. So, but you ought to have a will just in case. So if something bad happens, your child passes away, it'll help smooth the administration at that point.
So it's just easier with a will.
That's right.
Okay. This is good advice. If you have a child or grandchild approaching adulthood and heading off to college, now is the time to consider these important documents and to reach out to your estate planning attorney to help guide your child or grandchild. But remember, it's still their choice now. If you have any questions, give Mike a call. The number's next.
Call Solomon, Steiner, and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information or to schedule a speaker for your organization. Or log on to www.ssnplaw.com.
Thanks for joining us. On next week's show, gourmets in the garden, plus addiction help. And we'll seek out special perks for being part of our generation. But until then, please remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
If you'd like to join our kitchen conversation, visit our website, www.goldenopportunities.tv. Like us on Facebook. Call us at 440-742-GO-TV or email us at kitchen@goldenopportunities.tv. We'd love to hear from you.
Golden Opportunities is paid for by Elder Productions.